Hiya hopefuls, happy Sunday. I'm actually filming this on Thursday evening, so KATIE-REBEKAH, I haven't seen a video from you yet, but I have watched Sam's. And of course, last week's videos, I think for all of us, were sort of pre-filmed, so I haven't had a chance to respond to those yet. I loved seeing what everyone got for each other, and it made me very happy. It was a very happy week, a few weeks. I've eaten all the cream eggs because I can't help myself. I had one of the Malteser bunnies, and that's also because I can't help myself, and they were really good. I think I had the cream eggs before, but I'd not had the Malteser bunny, and I really enjoyed it. And Sam, I've been using loads of your honey, quite a few of your tea bags. I'm trying to sort of spread it out, but they're really good. And I have documented stuff in my vlogs, including everything I sent in your boxes and explanations for everything, but they're not going up, I think, until the end of this month, if not even the start of next month. Although, that being said, we're basically at the end of this month, which is kind of weird. I'm getting warm. I decided to wear a long sleeve top today, but you know what? Here in the UK, I feel like, KATIE-REBEKAH, I don't know what your opinions are on this, but I feel like we've definitely got well and truly into spring. Like, the weather is so, by my standards, warm. Anyway, also, I have a question. So we always celebrated the start of spring and the start of every season on the 21st. But yesterday, on the 20th, everywhere I saw people celebrating the start of spring. I've never heard of the 20th. I've heard of the 1st, because I'm pretty sure that's what they celebrate in Australia, but I've never heard of the 20th, so I was really confused all day yesterday about what day it was. Anyway, I did want to come on here just to give some explanations about some of the foods I sent, and if you're interested in sort of more depth, then you can check out my channel, and that video will be going up at some point. But at some point in the next 3 weeks, because we are now finally getting closer. Anyway, the Bamba, which is the one you tried on camera, Sam, is an Israeli snack that especially kids eat. And it's one of the reasons why, or at least supposedly one of the reasons why people in Israel in general don't really develop peanut allergies, because they're just fed this peanut snack constantly. I'm personally not a huge fan of peanuts. A lot of the stuff I sent you, I wouldn't really enjoy myself, but we've all got different taste buds and, you know, it's unique. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter or just peanuts on their own or anything peanut flavoured. I'm not a fan of Snickers, anything like that. So I never really liked the snack, but I wanted you guys to try it because it's very authentically Israeli and something that we had in the house a lot when we were kids, even though I didn't really like it. The other snack you mentioned, Sam, that I gave is the Bisley snack, which again is an Israeli snack. And this is a snack that I don't think I had until I moved to Australia, even though it's Israeli. And I was always quite hit or miss. There's a few different flavours. The most common ones are the barbecue, the pizza, and falafel. And I was so hit or miss with them, but if I liked them, I loved them, if I was in the mood for them. And actually, I hadn't had Bisley in probably years, And then last week I was babysitting my cousins and they had a packet of the pizza Bisley and I was like, can I have that? And they said yes. And it made me very happy. It just made me very happy. But that was the kind of snack that my parents would send with me to school, sort of for a snack. Because I believe they're healthier than, you know, crisps and things like that, but they're still solid enough and, you know, I don't know. Another thing that you both seemed a bit sort of taken aback by, and another thing that I absolutely despise, is the cherry ripes. I send you 2 each, and in my personal opinion, they are just disgusting. Not that I actually think I've ever tried them, but just the thought of them. This is such a typical Australian snack, and people love it. And the amount of advertisements that you would see for cherry ripes on TV, just constant. And every time me and everyone in my family would just go, that is the worst thing we've ever seen. And we like chocolate, but something about it, cherry, I mean, and the thing is, if I had like a cherry and dipped it into, you know, a chocolate fountain or something, that sounds lovely. But there's something about it that just really puts me off it. But the reason why I sent it to you guys actually is because my agent really loves it, my agent from the UK. So whenever I go to Australia or whenever my parents come over, I always ask for them to bring, you know, just a handful or something. And so last time I was in Australia, I was going to bring my agent some back. And I thought I should take some for KATIE-REBEKAH and Sam, so I did. So if you haven't tried that already, I'm curious, well, either way, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. In the bag, one of the bags, I should have labelled the bags. I even told myself I'm going to label the bags, and I told myself I would send a note with all the information, and then I was like, no, they'll figure it out because I've got my video where I explain everything, forgetting that that video goes up later. Anyway, you both figured out the Dutch licorice. To be honest, it's not my favourite kind of Dutch licorice, but it was all that I had left of my Dutch stash, and I did want to share something. I don't think I said you guys Dutch licorice last time, I can't remember. And I think in the same bag I put the Werthers, that's just because I love Werthers. And then the tea bags. Basically, I think I gave you 3, 2 of which were one shape and 1 of which was a different shape. I could be mistaken. The 2 that are the same shape are cranberry and raspberry, and it's a tea my grandma has at home that I've recently had a lot of. And it's so lovely. It's just really sweet, and I like sweet teas. And usually I like to have sugar or honey in my tea, but actually with this one I personally find I don't need it. And then the second one is one that my grandma loves that I'd never heard of before, and it's a peach and orange, and I actually hadn't tried it myself yet. I don't even think I have until now, but every time my grandma makes it, it smells amazing. But we were totally running out, like the box was empty and we couldn't find any in store, so I just gave you 1 each because I couldn't afford to give you more. I think those are all the main things you weren't sure about, I think. There were more things in there, but as I've mentioned a few times already, there is a vlog going up on my channel at some point that will explain the rest of those things. But either way, I hope you enjoy it, and maybe next week will be me trying some of the other stuff you've sent. Oh, and of course, Sam, I also had your chocolate whoopie pie or whatever it's called, and it was very good. I did vlog that as well, and that's going to be even longer before you get to see that. I've got, let me show you, that brown box there. That's the one you sent me, and KATIE-REBEKAH's is inside of Sam's. And just every so often I pull it out and I'm like, what am I in the mood for now? Anyway, that's all for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed that. This was a bit different to what my videos are usually like on this channel. And I'll see you all next week. Bye!